When you think of Australia, it's all sunshine, beaches, cozy koalas, but think again. So if you're coming to Australia, here are 5 things to help you out that you shouldn't do when you're coming down under. Unless of course you want to end up dead or like really embarrassed. Now us Aussies have a way that we like to confuse you with our slang and wildlife that can kill you faster than you can roast a snag on the barbie. But don't you worry, I've got you covered. Firstly, our beaches, don't just go jumping into any beach thinking that you're going to be all good. Some of our Aussie beaches have really strong rips in them that can sweep you out to sea faster than you even get a chance to say help. Plus, there might be jellyfish, sharks, or even a croc that will eat you. If you go to a popular beach or an area that's built up and there's no flags or there's no lifeguards, that might be a sign that it's a little unsafe. Make sure that you're always looking for the signs at the front of the beach, because that will usually give you an idea whether or not there's crocs or if it's safe to swim. Sometimes there's submerged rocks, sometimes there's severe rips. But if you can find a beach that it has flags and has surf lifesavers, you're onto a winner. But of course, we want to travel the remote parts of Australia. So you do need to do your research before going in the water. Anywhere sort of up the top of North Queensland or Northern Territory or Northwestern Australia is the habitat of saltwater crocodiles, and I would not be swimming there. And almost where there are crocs, there is this jellyfish called irriganji, which is a deadly tiny little jellyfish that you can't see, and if you get stung by it, they can be deadly. So watch out for those as well. They're only around in wet season, which is kind of like November to April. Do not assume that you can just go on a road trip and drive to your next location. Australia is really vast, and that next location could be 4, 5, 6, or 8 hours down the road. And in some areas, there's no petrol stations or no fuel along the way. So you do need to make sure that you're prepared. The Australian outback can be really rough. And even though I've just mentioned long distances and you're thinking, that's okay, if anything happens, we'll just go to the next closest servo. Well, that servo could be too far away. You may not have any service. So make sure you always tell someone where you're going and when you might expect to be there, and let them know that you're going to give them a call just in case you are stranded out in the middle of Outback Australia in the desert with no water, no fuel, no food, but most importantly, there is no reception in a lot of those areas. So you can't just ring up and go, can you come pick me up? And having to pull someone up in the Outback because you've run out of fuel, I tell you what, you will be so goddamn embarrassed. Oh, koala bears are so cute. No, they're not. They're actually vicious animals. Do not touch a koala bear. And we don't even call them koala bears, they're koalas. Yeah, they might look so adorable and sleepy and cuddly, but they're wild animals and they have thick claws to protect themselves, thick, sharp claws to protect themselves. And if you go too close, they'll actually let off this growling noise that you're like, oh, is that actually coming from the animal? And I think that's where the Aussie slang that we like to torment people that are coming to Australia, the drop bears. And if you've seen this, it's not real. It's just something that us Aussies say to scare the crap out of people that are visiting the area. So don't treat them like teddy bears. Don't go close to them. Definitely don't go near their little babies. And they are best admired from a distance in a tree. If they're crawling on the ground, they are usually a little bit more threatened. So definitely don't go near them. Do not go out without sunscreen. The Aussie sun can be absolutely brutal. Honestly, you could fry an egg on the car bonnet. Like seriously, we've done tests before and you can see people in the outback frying an egg on a frying pan with no heat underneath. It's just the sun can get really, really hot. And imagine what that's going to do to your skin. So if you skip the sunscreen, you'll be redder than a lobster in no time. Make sure it's SPF 50 if you can, the highest possible. And make sure that if you're putting it on, you're getting it into all the nooks and crannies, because that part there will be red and that part will be covered. Back when we were younger, there was this thing that we were taught called slip, slop, and slap. Slip on some sunscreen, slap on a hat, slip, slap, and slap on some sunscreen. I don't know. But anyway, make sure that you also wear a hat, and if you're driving on these outback roads, you will need a really good pair of sunnies as well. And don't forget to sunscreen your face, even if you're wearing a hat. Do not trust the wildlife. A lot of our animals here, particularly reptiles and all different types of things, are actually quite deadly. Yeah, sure, quokkas and kangaroos are absolutely adorable, but Australia is full of animals that can bite, that can sting, that can eat you. And we have animals that will actually hunt humans. We have a bunch of snakes that are deadly, and if you happen to get bitten by them and can't get to hospital straight away, they're very deadly. There's different types up the top of Australia, and there's different types at the bottom of Australia. So just steer clear of any snakes unless you're a professional. We have the funnel web spider, the redback spider, the whitetail spider, and all of those are very dangerous, particularly the redback spider and the funnel web spider. But then the whitetail spider can sting you, and it hurts a lot, but it also can cause this, like it eats your flesh. It's like so disgusting, and they're not all over Australia, but there's different ones up there that are deadly, and there's different ones down there that are deadly. Not to mention the crocs, the great white sharks, the bull sharks, the tiger sharks, the deadly water snakes. Try not to get close unless you absolutely have to, which there should be no reason to. So that's a start. So whatever you do, if you're coming to Australia or to any different parts of Australia and you are Australian, keep an eye out for all these things. Stay smart, stay safe. Don't be stupid. You better be safe than sorry. And then that way you can make the most of your Aussie adventure rather than being stuck at an emergency room hoping to get help because you've been bitten by a snake. And there is so much to do in Australia. There is so much to see and do, but knowing what not to do might help your trip go a lot smoother. And you want it to be unforgettable in the right ways, not the wrong ways. So thank you so much for watching, and if you have experienced any of these things that we've just talked about, please leave a comment below. Or if you've got one of the most scarier things that I should have mentioned, let me know in the comments as well. I appreciate you being here in this little corner of the internet. If you want to support my channel, you can join my membership. It's $5.99 a month, and it helps me to continue to create this content. But if you like the video, just hit subscribe. I'll be doing more videos like this in the future, and hit like, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Okay.